Nintendo did make a mistake in that generation, specifically towards the end, which sounds crazy because they sold over 100 million units console, but there was one, I would say, pivotal mistake that they made.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Gaming consoles have been selling like crazy ever since the pandemic started, and now one of them is breaking records. In this video, we are discussing how the PS5 outsold the Nintendo Switch after it had a nearly 3-year streak. But before we begin, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon if you want to stay up to date with our upcoming videos. Number 5. Supply constraint easing up. If you have been a fan of the PS5, you'll no doubt be aware that it has been supply constrained from the day it has been released. The demand for this console from the gamer community has been extremely intense, and the specs of the console are a huge factor in that hype. One factor that led fans to being unable to get their hands on the console was that as soon as the consoles became available for purchase, scalpers would immediately buy them out. Unfortunately, in addition to the scalpers, even after their best efforts, it seemed like Sony could not resolve the issues that they were facing from the suppliers. But there are signs that things might be changing for the better.
The broad white side panels are removable and replaceable with different colors and designs. For me, the black and white theme integrated throughout the system, even in the new DualSense controller.
Number 4. Best-selling in September 2021. One of the signs that indicate that Sony might be on the up and up in terms of PlayStation sales is a recent report that came out, which highlighted a very interesting fact. It stated that in the month of September 2021, the PS5 actually outsold the Nintendo Switch. That is huge news when you consider the popularity of the Nintendo and how much they have dominated the market during the past. To add a cherry on top of this report, not only was the PS5 the highest selling console in terms of unit sales, but also in terms of dollar sales. This simple report shines a bright light on the fact that if Sony could manage to sort out the supply issues, the PS5 would sell like hotcakes.
The Nintendo Switch has been wildly successful for Nintendo, and for almost 3 years straight, best-selling console each month.
Number 3. First time since November 2018. You might be thinking that it might not be a big deal that Sony outsold Nintendo, but just wait for a bit of context. The shocking truth of the matter is that Nintendo has been the highest selling game console ever since November 2018. If you are good at math, you can figure out that that is a duration of about 34 to 35 months. To put it differently, Nintendo has been outselling the PlayStation for about 3 years now. All that was up until the month of September, when the PS5 took over. It successfully ended Nintendo's long-running streak, and the last time that Sony was on top was when they were selling the PS4. This is an astounding turn of events, but could there be more happening behind the scenes than we think? Number 2. Reason for falling sales of Nintendo. After hearing all this, you might be wondering about the reason why Nintendo fell behind Sony after having the lead for so long. Well, there is no simple answer to that question, but there are a lot of theories going around, some of which might be viable. One of those theories relates to the impending launch of the latest product from Nintendo, their OLED Switch. This is a simple thing to understand because if a new product is set to come out in October, consumers are rightfully going to wait to get their hands on it. This was considered from the customer's point of view, but what about Nintendo? Another theory is that they could have scaled back production of the regular Switch and switched, no pun intended, their focus to the upcoming product. That would not be out of the ordinary, and many companies do the same. Number 1. Win for gamers. In the end, no matter how you slice things, all this is a win for the gamers. Whether the PS5 is truly being produced in greater numbers, or it's just a temporary win for the company due to Nintendo moving their attention to the OLED Switch, it doesn't matter. The ones who have waited for so long for the PS5 are going to be enjoying their consoles, and the Nintendo fans are going to have fun with their new consoles that are due to come out. So, it's a win-win situation for all, and what more could you ask for in this day and age? These were some of the details regarding the PS5 outselling the Switch. If you have any thoughts on the situation, leave them in the comments below. That brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the content in this video, then leave a like. And if you want more, then you can click on any of the 2 videos on your screen. So until next time, take care and goodbye.